The enemy is close by. We're almost to the top floor.
Phew, why did we have to climb so high before a battle? At least it's better than fighting in heavy rain.
Indeed it is, Claude. Anyway, hello everyone. Space Oyster here, and I am here to host the next event for the Golden Deer. The most notable thing to go over is everyone has reached level 10, and they are now in an intermediate class. Easy Rum is a thief. Looks like Raphael is a brigand. So brigands is a useful class to go into because it allows units to pick up Death Blow. Anyway, Marianne is now a mage. It's as good as brigand, but for mage people, because of Fiendish Blow, those abilities will boost their stats when they attack. Ingrid is also a mage. Very, very nice. Everyone is making decent progress. But yes, Death Blow and Fiendish Blow will boost your attack or magic when you're attacking. Oh, right, and I forgot to go over Claude. He's using...
I got this.
He is also a brigand. Yes, anyway. Death Blow will boost your attack stat when you initiate an attack, and Fiendish Blow boosts your magic when you boost your magic when you initiate an attack. And we are getting started. Alright, is it a good idea to put Claude there so he takes on two at once? I'm not so sure, but Easy Rum seems confident in her students' abilities. Oh, and one other benefit to being in the mage class is that it gives you access to the basic fire spell. So every mage can use fire even if they normally don't learn it. Ooh, and what a fancy dodge by Claude. Gotta love the way he does a backflip. Seriously, isn't that more tedious than just, I don't know, ducking under the axe or something? And it seems like this mission they will be assisted by one of the Knights of Seros, an old man named Gilbert. Hopefully he won't be useless dead weight.
Plenty more where that came from.
Because he is quite heavy, so if he contributes nothing but his weight, it's definitely going to be a problem. It looks like Easy Rum has finally remembered that Marianne has a powerful combat art.
I guess it worked out.
Even though she's not attacking with magic, when she learns Fiendish Blow, Fiendish Blow will boost the power of her Frozen Lance attack. And as I've already covered about Easy Rum and her Thief class, it's that, sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Easy Rum in her Thief class, she can cross any terrain without any penalties. It's a very useful class to be in for that reason alone. Oh yes, and Petra's here too. She still hasn't officially joined the class.
Captain's in trouble. Hurry up, you fools!
Enemies approach from the lower floors. Watch the rear flank.
My goodness, more enemies. And they get to move right away. That is totally fair and balanced. Oh, right, I forgot to go over the mission summary. For this mission, our lovely Golden Deers are taking down a group of thieves who have stolen a hero's relic. Because, you know, that's something you entrust to high school students. Alright, and looks like Ingrid gets the KO on this one.
I did what I had to.
Easy Rum seems determined to turn her into a mage. Why, I will never know. The only insight I can really offer is that Ingrid, while not usually a mage, she does have quite a useful spell list. Her offensive spells are kind of but she does learn the long-range healing spell Physic. Yeah, who cares what the useless dead weight said? He was useless and dead and contributed nothing but his weight. Although now we have to deal with the ambush that easily KO'd him. Fortunately, Raphael has got this. Alright, now looks like Easy Rum wants to get everyone else centered around where the enemies will be, so that way they can group up and hit them till they die. I found that's always a useful strategy to go with, usually. My, Raphael is certainly turning out to be a beefy boy. It must be all the exercising he does. It's one of his only passions. And it looks like Easy Rum is feeling confident to allow Marianne to be in range of one of the mages, but it looks like she's not quite strong enough with a basic Iron Lance to take this guy out.
I won. Is this power really mine?
Yes, it is, Marianne. Yes, it is. One other thing to go over from an off-screen adventure is that Easy Rum saved some merchants, and now she can buy some supplies. And as she assisted the blacksmith, who has agreed to repair and enhance her class's gear for a fee. Very useful features to have access to.
Won that.
And it's a good thing she had her students bring some stronger weapons so they could get the KOs. Because it would be very, very, very unfortunate if they were not able to take these enemies down. Alright. One of Marianne's many talents is her high resistance. She is quite good at luring those mages out. You might even call her a mage killer. Well, except she often attacks back with magic, and magic doesn't do as much damage. Excuse me, folks. A little yawny this morning. But, yes, she often attacks back with magic, so she often isn't going to be dealing that much damage back to the mage either. But whatever works there, honey, whatever works. And Easy Rum is being very careful to skirt the range of the archers on the floor above. Definitely don't want to draw them out. Ugh. Another group? Ugh. Yeah, strap yourselves in, folks. This is going to be a long one. Ugh. Alright, well, looks like Easy Rum's going to have to get everyone into range again. It looks like she wants to draw them back to the same spot she did before. Hopefully everything works out. Ugh. And my notes for this event say that it's a very good idea to try and hold on to a few of your gambits and battalions for the finale. Not sure what use the finale will be against a lone armored knight who takes damage every time you attack him. But I'm certain there'll be something useful she can do. So I think Easy Rum's going to try and be conservative with her use of gambits and whatnot. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite her in her ass, though. Because getting bit in the ass is not fun, believe me. And yes, Easy Rum does want to be a Pegasus Knight, which is an intermediate class, but she is not quite good enough at thrusting to qualify for it. And I just talked about her wanting to be conservative with gambits, but she's already considering using one. But to be fair, locking down both of those mages will be a very good idea. Mages tend to be very deadly, after all. Alrighty. Let's see here. My screen's a little smaller this time, so it's tough to make out the numbers, but I think Marianne is just shy of getting the kill, hopefully. Hopefully Ingrid can assist. Oh. She assisted in her own special way, folks. Alright, there we go.
I'm really sorry.
Alright, good work there, Marianne. No need to apologize. You did a fantastic job.
It's time.
And with the mages stunned, it is now a much safer area for them to finish them off. Although even rattled, it looks like Raphael's not a good matchup for mages. Sorry about the late commentary, folks. It has been a day and I am exhausted. But I will power through because this is important. We do not want to miss these exciting sporting events. Garrick Mark Monastery has always been renowned for them.
Should I have held back?
No, you should not have, Easy Rum. No, you should not have. Alright, and with that second wave of enemies from the rear dealt with, it is time to move forward. You don't want to take a surprise attack up the rear. Believe me, it's always much more pleasant when you know it's coming. And there we go, just one more to go. If only this had been a slightly larger class, but I don't think Petra is quite ready to join the class. It takes a lot of convincing, and despite being such a chatterbox, Easy Rum has yet to make progress on that front. Or much progress, obviously, otherwise Petra would already be in the class.
Sorry.
Oh, and there we saw Raphael using his Rally Strength. Rally abilities are distributed among a few students, but they are useful, very useful to use when the student has nothing better to do. Raphael gets Rally Strength, and I believe Ingrid will get Rally Magic. The other rallies the rest of the class gets are pretty minor, and usually later on in the school year, so I wouldn't worry too much about focusing on them. And then the students that aren't going to be in this class often get better rallies. I've heard a lovely young lady named Annette is particularly good at rallying and cheering on her allies. Well, looks like Petra gets in on the action. Always good to let the new students try something new.
I'm not done yet.
Well, hopefully you aren't, Claude, because while that level up wasn't terrible, you could hope for better.
I thank you.
And Ingrid and Marianne taking advantage of their allies' wounds for their own gain. Not that that's a bad thing, of course. Always a good idea to get in what experience you can.
Ooh.
And it's very useful to avoid the archer's range while going around the middle area, because if you end up getting attacked by the archers, I think all the enemies would charge your position, and that is a very difficult scenario to work around. Don't want to have to deal with all the enemies coming for you all at once. That is very, very uncomfortable. But if you do manage to overcome it, then good for you. but it looks like just that lone healer is going to charge them now. For some odd reason, they took the act of healing their ally as a sign of aggression from the Golden Deer. Very strange line of thinking, mister, but as long as you're happy with it, then I suppose it's fine. Makes it easier to take you out all by yourself. Although hopefully Easy Rum doesn't wait for him to get to the class, because he's got a long way to go. And with 4 movement, it will take him a while. And it seems like Easy Rum is being cautious around here, almost like she expects some enemies to pop up unexpectedly. But I'm sure the school wouldn't design an event so unfair as to essentially ambush the students and take them out when they have no hope of retaliating. That would be just plain rude. I mean, who would even do something like that? The audacity of it all. The audacity, folks. Still, Easy Rum seems to be quite committed to making sure that her squad is in a good formation to move forward. After all, you always want to be able to, proceed in an orderly fashion. Don't skimp on the details and you will be fine. Alright, looks like she's taking this very slowly. And with the number of enemies left...
Here we go. Attack them from both sides.
It's an ambush.
You said it, useless dead weight. Oh no, and more enemies are charging forward. It looks like they're pulling off a pincer move. How will the Golden Deer cope? Oh, and the healer is still charging forward. Although now, the Easy Rum is in a difficult position. What if there is another group of thieves waiting to just come out and ambush them? That would be uncomfortable.
It's not luck, it's fate.
Alrighty here. Let's see, looks like Raphael gets in some free healing. Well, not free, he had to use a vulnerary. And Easy Rum will need to get a vulnerary into her inventory as well. Oh, right, I forgot. Off screen, they also confirmed what I already told you, that the mystery crest that Easy Rum has had this whole time is the Crest of Flames. Well, where are we going to put Ingrid? Looks like right there.
I did not.
Oh no! Petra is down, folks! Petra is down! Looks like Easy Rum's gonna reset for that. Alright, looks like she's just rewinding about to here. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so one enemy can reach there, the other one can't quite get that far. Or actually, they can get farther, but it doesn't matter. If they attack Petra, she gets blocked. The enemies may be able to go through the Golden Deer, but they can't stack on top of each other. They are very uncivilized like that.
Oh, me?
Although now it seems like they're even in an even trickier situation. Now they have to deal with these two, while that other group is nearby and in range. What a dilemma!
I wonder how much more I can learn.
You can learn whatever you want, Marianne. The sky's the limit. Well, except for the things you can't learn. You can't learn those. But just apply yourself and you will be unstoppable. Alright, and oh yes, and that sword of the creator that Easy Rum got at the end of the last event. That sword has 2 range to it. Easy Rum can attack people from a distance while using it. Very, very strange. It also looks like another one of those heroes relics things, but unlike the other relics,
Stay focused.
yeah, but unlike the other relics, it doesn't have a crest stone in it. Most of them do. Yet it clearly is a relic,
We must all do our part.
because it glows the same way they usually do. Very strange indeed. The glory of progress indeed. Caution is always needed, Miss Petra. Of course, if you had already joined the class, then you would know that. And it looks like Easy Rum wants to equip her lance to get better at thrusting, so she can be a pretty Pegasus Knight. When in doubt, be pretty, folks. When in doubt, be pretty. Alright, and it looks like the class has this situation nearly wrapped up. It only cost Byleth one of her 3 magical time power reset thingies.
Was that helpful?
Very helpful, Marianne. You killed a guy. That is always useful. Looks like Easy Rum wants to snipe this guy from a distance. Right, she's gonna have to be very careful with Raphael going forward. If his battalion breaks, he won't be able to use it anymore, and he won't get any more stat boosts from it. A very uncomfortable situation to be in.
You fought well.
Fought well indeed. You just stood there and got hit by a lance. Very good fighting. Oh yes, and a semi-useful battalion that Easy Rum also picked up while doing mundane activities between events is the Merchant's Military. I believe she has this group assigned to Ingrid and possibly Marianne, although I'm not too sure. I think Marianne is still striding. Anyway, the Merchant Military, it's a useful battalion to have access to because it's a very low-ranking battalion that will boost magic. Usually you have to have a D in authority before you can use a magic boosting battalion, but thanks to the Merchant Military, once you level it up, you can have that magic boosting quality at E. It's not much of a boost though, you're better off getting your authority higher. Because higher authority is never a bad thing.
That is that.
That is that, indeed. Now we have another little complicated group to deal with, an archer and an armor knight. I have no idea if I covered it already, but armor knights always carry the ability Armored Blow. So when they initiate the attack, they will have 6 extra defense. It can make them quite tedious to deal with. And the mages who would be able to deal more damage on a counterattack are in danger of taking a lot of damage because they are usually squishy. there we go. Alright, we should be in a good position to take it down, folks. Excellent dodge there, Petra. Oh, and the Armor Knight didn't even move. Looks like we're gonna have to take them down the hard way. And by the hard way, I mean throw fireballs at them. Woo. Alright, and now to deal with the archer. One benefit to being a thief is the high speed stat.
We must all do our part.
Very high speed stat. Alright, well. Well, Claude does have an axe on him.
Victory is mine.
Oh, level up. Nice.
Progress suits me well.
It does indeed. Anyway, as I was saying, despite the fact that Claude does indeed have an axe on him and can use Helm Splitter to deal more damage to armored units, it seems like Easy Rum is more dedicated to training up his archery. And then there is an isolated enemy a little out of the way. That enemy is actually in one of the advanced classes, and a Fortress Knight. So Fortress Knights, like Armor Knights, will always carry Armored Blow. I believe they get some other skills, but more dangerously and importantly, they also always carry, they have higher stats, and this one in particular knows a very deadly combat art, the Diamond Axe. If given an inch, he'll take a mile. Easy Rum will have to make sure she takes him down without any hope of retaliation. And it looks like she plans to do that with Marianne. And then she's going to move Ingrid closer with Easy Rum's reposition. Oh, but Ingrid can't quite get the KO. But with a little assistance from Raphael, she should be able to do it. Or perhaps it'll be the other way around, and Raphael's going to get the kill. Yes, and both Ingrid and Marianne know Blizzard. Blizzard is just as strong as fire, but trades in a bit of the hit rate for a critical hit rate, making it the worse and inferior spell. Makes me wish they both got fire. Alright, and that enemy dropped the accuracy ring. That is a very useful ring to have, folks. Just wear it and you'll find that your eyes are instantly sharper and you're able to hit people more easily. Bullies love it. 10 out of 10. They gave it a review on IMBD or whatever. Wait, no, IMBD, that's for movies, isn't it? They gave it a review on Amazon. That's what I meant to say. Sorry, folks. Rambling a bit too much here. Of course, I wouldn't have to ramble so much if this event was more properly balanced, but no. Garrick Mach Monastery decided to make the students walk in a long corridor. Or walk around a long corridor where nothing happened. But this is another tricky situation to be in, folks. Those Armor Knights are all carrying battalions. And if they choose to use them, they can keep your class rattled. And then the archers will pick you off with their poisoned strikes. Alright, but we got a good dodge from Raphael. And thankfully, the Armor Knight decided to go for a regular attack rather than using his battalion. Very, very handy there, folks. But it looks like Ingrid isn't quite strong enough to take this Armor Knight down all on her own. But she's fortunately able to do quite enough. And quite enough is more than enough. And Raphael's gonna go with his Steel Fisters to get the KO before the enemy can retaliate. Always a very good idea. And it looks like Easy Rum wants Claude to go in for a kill. Or, not a kill, a gambit. But in order to get the highest accuracy possible, Easy Rum will need to be in range of that enemy. And of course, they can't take out the archer. They can't take out the archer this way unless that bow is lighter than the sword of the creator to allow her to double. Easy Rum didn't seem like the type to experiment, though. What a pity! But it puts Easy Rum in position to assist Claude and trade that Golden Deer bracelet back. I think it's called the Golden Deer bracelet. So that way Claude can be a bit more charming when he accessorizes. Alright, and with the enemies rattled, they won't be able to retaliate.
Much needed.
It looks like little Marianne's going to stay out of that archer's range. A very good idea, after all. He can be quite deadly to poor little Marianne. Although that archer was quite deadly to Petra, too. Definitely don't want Petra to take too much damage. And Claude is going for his axing skills. He's not very good at making axe puns, folks, but he's working on it. Oh no! That was Ingrid's last fireball, and she didn't quite get the KO, folks. But Raphael can finish off the enemy for her. We just have to watch out for that archer that mysteriously stayed behind. Although it looks like Easy Rum's going to go for the KO instead.
As expected.
As expected indeed. Alright, and what's next on the docket? It looks like... No, don't worry about it, Petra. Easy Rum won't put you in any danger. She is quite adept at that. Sorry, folks. This has just been so thrilling watching these students tiptoe around the center of the arena.
Better than before.
Always better than before, Raphael. You have nowhere to go from up since you were starting at the bottom. Oh my goodness, Ingrid is pretty speedy with those spells. Hopefully she doesn't run out of blizzards, too. Definitely don't want to be short on spells when the boss is vulnerable to magic. And now we got one more tricky encounter to go through before the finale, folks. But first, it looks like Easy Rum needs to get in range. And it looks like she wants to approach from the bottom. I've always found it safer to go from the top, folks. Better to be a top than a bottom, some people might say. Yes, there we go. We have a large group of enemies incoming. And they are in battalion. They are in range to get rattled by a battalion. But I don't know if Easy Rum wants to go through with that. After all, both she and Claude have used up hers, so if she uses too many more battalions, she won't have very many options for the finale. Assuming, of course, it's actually necessary.
That is that.
A whip sword? Ivy from Soul Calibur might have some comments to say about that. Or some commentary to have about that. Might as well use Raphael's gambit. After all, his battalion is near its limit. Sorry, I shouldn't sing, folks. Alright, let's see here.
Let's turn the tables.
Alright, with those enemies rattled, it should be an easy affair to finish them off. I hope.
Alright, what's next?
Hopefully Raphael won't be in danger from equipping the steel punchers. Weight is a factor, folks. Weight is a factor. Alright, and with the KO here, Claude has... Oh, wait, no, that's not quite a kill. I thought that was a kill, but I did the math wrong. And Marianne can't get the KO either. She is too weak.
I guess I feel a little stronger.
But it should be fine. I'm certain nothing bad will happen.
I think I've gotten stronger.
Gotten stronger you have, although your battalion has retreated. Alright, and it looks like the enemies... Two of the enemy archers from the throne room have started to charge. We are in grave danger here, folks. Grave danger indeed, but I am confident in Easy Rum's ability to maneuver around it. Maybe, possibly, I don't know. Anyway, this Chatterbox is considered quite the strategist, so I'm certain she can figure something out.
Strength in action.
Alright, that's another one down. Another one bites the dust, as they would say. Alright, let's see here. Probably not a good idea to have Ingrid fall back.
My technique could use some polish.
After all, there are still two enemies to take out, and I have no idea if Petra can handle one. She cannot. But Claude can, but then there's one more enemy to deal with.
That's the golden deer for you.
That is the golden deer for you, indeed! Alright, but hopefully they're safe with just two archers to deal with. Not quite, folks. Raphael was taken down. Looks like Easy Rum wants to go back a fair bit. Oh my, looks like she wants to rethink her approach.
Oh, me.
Although, unfortunately, little Marianne is just a bit too weak to take this enemy down. But she went for it.
Stay focused.
Ready and
A
willing.
weird approach, Easy Rum. You're making things more difficult on yourself than they need to be, but I suppose you will have this sorted
That
out.
was a good try.
Alright, and what's next on the docket? Alright, looks like Izurum's trying a more subdued approach.
Over already?
Rather than gambiting, she's going to allow the enemies to approach her unencumbered. You have improved some indeed, Ingrid. Although allowing the enemies free rein to attack might be a bad idea, considering they can go for a gambit now. Getting hit by a gambit is a very bad thing, folks. Very bad indeed. And with the path to Ingrid blocked off, Izurum got attacked instead. And of course, since it's the enemies using a gambit, they get to hit no matter what the accuracy is. You should always be prepared for the worst case scenario, folks. Alright, but looks like Izurum's using her very last attempt. She cannot reset time anymore for this encounter, folks. So she's going to have to make sure she gets it right this time.
You fought well. Ready.
And it looks like what she wants to do is she wants to go back to her plan A. Gambit this group with Ingrid. Hopefully that'll pay off. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Oh, or instead, is she gonna go with Riffraff?
Our strategy is solid.
Looks like she's already forgotten what she did before she reset initially. She went back Izurum went back a little too far in my opinion, folks. She should have gone for a safer approach.
Ready and willing.
But that's just me. Alright, well, it looks like she's doing things different enough, having Raphael hang back just a smidge. And having Izurum equip her Sword of the Creator for accuracy. Or, yeah, for a combined attack, or whatever it's called. I forgot the name of it. Not quite a kill if I read those numbers right. And sadly, little Marianne won't be able to get that KO either. Unless Riffraff attacks from here. Going for a different enemy, I see. That should be helpful. It'll reduce multiple people's health and make them easier for next turn. Don't tell me about that! My stupid system updates always interrupting at the worst possible time.
Seems I prevailed.
You did indeed prevail, Ingrid. You did indeed.
Gotta use your head sometimes.
Oh my goodness! But they missed! They missed! I didn't know that could happen! But it did! You saw it here first, folks! The enemy missed with a battalion! Well, that's a more common occurrence than I make it out to be, folks, but you but you know how it is. You see something happen so frequently that you just get worn down by it. You don't need to tell me about that now. Honestly, I should have made sure everything was ready to go in advance instead of letting it download in the background. Although it seems now Izurum is in a very precarious situation, unsure of how to deal with all these enemies.
That bad as that.
But I am certain she will find a good approach to use. Good approach indeed. Hopefully. Maybe. I don't know. Alright, and it looks like Petra can take this guy down, leaving just the thief. The thief can easily defeat Marianne, but what if Marianne runs away? And with physics, she can heal from a distance. Ooh, you should have thought about your moves there better, enemy team. If you had had that archer attack Easy Rum first, and then the thief might have been able to finish her off, but you did not think of that. Strategy, planning, and foresight. You really shouldn't expect that from a school that teaches strategy. Although, then again, I don't know if this is actually an enemy class. What? Oh, wait, I do know that. They aren't an enemy class. They are bandits! Sorry, folks. Been a long, long day, but we are nearing the end. The end is in sight! Alright, let's see here. But first we got to defeat the thief.
Caution is needed.
Caution is always needed, Miss Petra. Is it a good idea to let Easy Rum to attack that thief yourself, Easy Rum? Perhaps someone else might have been able to do a better job than you. Well, looks like Easy Rum's going to retreat now that the enemies are getting closer. She doesn't want a repeat of last time, where the archers double-teamed Raphael. Fortunately, though, they weren't able to double-team anybody. Well, they were, but they didn't go for it. Useful for Easy Rum, at least. Now Raphael can fist them down.
Never underestimate an outsider.
Alright, and then we just got one more enemy to deal with. I am confident that the rest of the lovely ladies of the class can finish them off. Now Speedy Miss Ingrid burning through her spells. Looks like Easy Rum changed her mind about who gets to kill that one.
Such power dwells within?
Power always dwells within. Where do you think it comes from?
Well done.
I will get the victory.
Alright. Now we've got 2 more archers to deal with, and then we can go for the finale. The big bad himself, Miklan. Why you? Because you're damaged, Marianne. We can't have damaged goods around here. We need everyone in tip-top shape. Very nice dodge there, Claude, although not as flashy as your usual stuff. Alright, and can Riff Raff weaken this enemy enough? Let's hope so.
I think I've gotten stronger.
Getting stronger is always a good thing, Mr. Raphael.
It's not luck, it's fate.
And another level up for Claude.
I'm not done yet.
And quite a good one, too. Looks like turning to banditry has done nothing but benefit our dear Claude. And it looks like Marianne is gonna go for a frozen lance. Chilling. Allowing Ingrid to finish them off, although we do need to be careful. Easy Rum should be more cautious, folks. Ingrid doesn't have infinite spells. She's running low on them. She's already out of fire. And it looks like they're running low on heal, too. Ingrid seems to be completely out of heals. But they're near the end. Just one more enemy to deal with.
So, you think you can take the lance from me, huh? I'll kill you. I'll kill every last one of you!
Well, no need to be so temperamental, folks. Or temperamental, Mr. Dude. In any case, we get to see the effects of using a hero's relic in action. If you do not have a crest, you will take 10 damage at the end of every round of combat. When used appropriately, that can be a handy feature of the hero's relics.
Not bad for your kind. A bunch of spoiled, rotten children.
What the hell? Damn, look at that! I'm out of here! Hold on! No! Ah!
That form. Oh my. Is this your first time fighting such a thing? Then listen well to what I say.
There is no need for that, sassy lost child. I've got this covered. So
the hero's relics are hiding a terrible power within. I can't even tell friend from foe anymore. And I feel for him, but the best we can do now is finish this quickly.
yes, indeed. Anyway, looks like Miklon has turned into a giant monster. Monsters will have barriers on them. The more solid looking the barrier, the tougher it'll be. If it's completely solid, you will need to either hit it twice to break it, or with a weapon that is super effective, or a gambit. Gambits will damage the main barrier and break it completely, and also damage any other nearby barriers, as Raphael shall demonstrate. Although that was probably a bad move on his part, because it put the enemy into an awkward position. But we can make it work. Anyway, any skills that also deal additional damage to monsters will also break a barrier, and a strong barrier, in one hit. And then if the barrier is slightly fractured, any hit will finish it off. Breaking barriers is quite useful indeed. When you've broken a single barrier, it will stun the monster, making it unable to counterattack for the next battle. And if you completely shatter its entire barrier, and then after the fact, you will be able to, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not sure what the word I'm looking for is, but it will enable you to, oh wait, now I remember what I'm talking about. When you shatter all of the monster's barriers, it will no longer be able to do much of anything. It will be stunned for an entire turn and be unable to even take any action. Also, enemy monsters have more predictable combat patterns than your average enemy. When hit by a gambit, they will go for the enemy who used it on them without fail.
There go the knees.
No, Raphael is out of it for the rest of this encounter, because it's not like Easy Rum magically got her magical time-traveling powers magically back magically. So the class will be taking this monster down without Riff Raff's assistance. She should have thought about the weapon weights there, folks. If Raphael had stuck to his fisting prowess, he would have been fine. In any case, when attacking a barrier, your attacks will deal half damage, but once the barrier is completely shattered, the monster will be more vulnerable, so it's very beneficial. And of course, it completely stuns the monster. They will miss their next turn. Monsters will also have multiple health bars to go through, as you can see, the number of dots above their health bar indicates how many more you have to go through. So it looks like once this health bar is down, they have one more left. Unfortunately, the class is out of heavy hitters. Between Easy Rum, Marianne, and Claude are all the class's heavy hitters. Poor little Petra can't do too much damage, and neither can Ingrid. And since she's all out of healing spells, she's not going to be able to contribute much, as I said, as she got the KO and finished off another health bar. Anyway, one other notable thing about this particular enemy's aggression and such is that he will always go for Easy Rum unless he has been gambited, in which case he will go for a different applicable target.
Too easy.
So that can be used to your advantage, folks. Since Easy Rum will always be the target, you just have to make sure she is able to survive an enemy round of combat. And thanks to dodging, she definitely will. And even though Ingrid and Marianne are juicier targets for him, the monster is still only interested in our dear Easy Rum. And unfortunately, Marianne's Steel Lance is a bit too heavy for her to use properly against the enemy. We don't want her to have to sit the rest of the match out like poor little Riff Raff. But if Ingrid and Petra can deal enough damage, then Marianne can finish the enemy off right now. Oh, right, and one other thing. Every time you knock down a monster's health, it'll unlock new abilities. Best not to go for that, Easy Rum. You don't want to lose Petra too. But don't worry yourselves about Raphael, folks. He will recover. The infirmary is quite talented. And Raphael will be back on his feet and ready for action for the next event. Alright, and it looks like we're in a good position to finish things off. Just get in a little more experience with Marianne, healing up the wounds, or tending to wounds, and then that is the Black Beast dealt with.
Goddess, The beast is gone, yet Miquelon and the lance remain.
We defeated him, somehow. Let's grab the lance and return to the monastery.
Returning to the monastery is a good idea. And the MVP was none other than Claude. Thank you all for watching, folks. We will see you next time.